Morning, friends. We're here in Newmarket, Ontario, where we've got the first big snow of the year upon us here in early November. It's a beautiful day and I'm at home. And as I'm making the coffee, I get to thinking, am I on the right track? Am I doing the right things? Am I still making sense? So you start poking around your own logic, injecting a little bit of doubt there, just some healthy introspection. And I'm reminded of why I started doing this in the first place, because I've recently rebranded or resculpted the Badass Agile principles to get visionary, get focused, get flexible, get humble, get gritty, and get badass. So every once in a while you just have to check to make sure all the pieces fit. And what keeps popping up for me is the reason I started this thing is because Agile itself, I mean, I'm not Agile. I didn't invent it. Agile is not me. Sometimes I wonder if I'm entitled to even talk about Agile because I'm not one of its creators. I can't speak for their intention. I wasn't there when it was made. I wasn't part of it. So what right do I have to talk about what Agile is and what it ain't? All I know is this. I believe that it was invented with the intention of saying there has got to be a better, faster way of delivering value to clients. And do you know why we need it in the first place? Here's what I think. I think what we really need is when you look at any process, what you're really looking at is something that was written, sculpted, defined, documented, tested for the sole purpose of saying, in an organization with 5 people, we can pretty much ensure quality through like an oral tradition, implicit agreements, and just talking and working face to face. But the minute an organization's got 5,000 people in it, now you got to write stuff down. And now you got to force people and reward them or punish them based on their ability to adhere to those principles and those processes. So here's the steps, you better follow them. But those steps are designed to make sure that even the least capable, the least competent, the least trained person can still perform the job function. But see, here's the difference. If we're the Toronto Raptors, if when I dribble the basketball, I frequently bang it off my shoe and it goes flying off sideways, and I don't have really good peripheral vision, I can't see the guy to the left or to the right of me half the time, I just don't make the team. But in business, that guy makes the team. So we need to have, it sounds awful to say, but it's true. Think about it. Most of the processes that we design are there to make sure that anybody can come in off the street without any training and without any particular native or inherent skill and still do the job with competence. So processes then are there to ensure a base level of quality when we can't guarantee the base level of competence among the people who are doing the job. That's extremely expensive. So I think that the heart and the nugget of Agile is really saying, what if we had those 5 people with the face-to-face communications? What if we could control who is on the team and the quality that they bring? And if those people don't bring quality, we don't fix it by giving them processes and procedures. We focus on the qualities that are required to persist and learn and grow and adapt so that they are worthy of being on the team. So my point is this. If in your attempt to bring Agile to an organization, you end up with some kind of diagram that looks like a subway map, the chances are you've missed the point. Because the thing that keeps us from delivering value to our customers sooner is the process. Because the process was designed to uphold that level of quality using instructions, not by forging the right mindsets and the behaviors that flow naturally out of those right mindsets. So my point is this, I can charge you thousands of dollars to teach you 9 different ways to do retrospectives, but if you don't have in your heart and soul the spirit of continuous improvement, self-reflection, the ability to take and give criticism in a way that's constructive yet effective, then those 9 approaches to retrospective aren't going to do you any good. I'll go so far as to say that the only thing that matters is that mindset of continuous improvement and introspective. And the number of ways you know to do a retrospective is secondary. Something to think about, guys. To me, that's what people over process means. That's the spirit of that very sentence. And this is why I feel confident that someday, if Agile and Scrum and all those things that we use every day go away, if they're replaced by something else, and they will be, because show me in history one project or product management methodology that has survived the relentless and fundamental shift in delivery that our marketplace demands. So when it goes away and is replaced, and it won't be replaced in a big bang, it'll be replaced in small pieces. Bit by bit, new things will creep in and start to replace what we know today about Scrum, about Agile, about Lean. And they'll do so because they are fundamentally better, because they work better. When that day comes, you'll be ready. Why? Because you haven't bothered to study the ins and outs of a specific technique. You have bothered to study the characteristics that make you durable, that make you confident, that make you trustworthy, that make you influential, that make you truly effective. Something to think about, guys. You know where to find me, badassagile.com, at badass_agile on Twitter, or at badassagile on Instagram. Stay badass. See you soon.